So I'm here because this is the most quiet place to record right now. What's up? What's good? My name is Sheifunmi, and I am here just sharing again. So yeah, you're raising your consciousness right now, and people don't get it. I've said this several times. People will not get it. It's not your job to get it. As you navigate and try to figure out your new normal, people around you, particularly people that care for you or people that are just plain nosy, will be uncomfortable for a lot of reasons. You will start to set boundaries. You start to teach people how you want to be treated and how you want to be loved. Obviously, with you putting this into action yourself, for them to see it and they can reciprocate. Treating people with kindness, doing things that align with yourself and with your purpose, with your soul, with your ultimate being. It's going to make people uncomfortable. Just like when I started making my hair, or when I started growing my hair out, I had a lot of opinions and unsolicited advice and questions and things like that. And I was like, is it your hair or is it my hair? Like, how does my hair affect your existence? So one thing I've come to realize is that when people start to interfere, I find distractions very, very annoying. Alright, so yeah. So when people start to interfere in your consciousness, and especially when you're, navigating who you are, when you're doing things that are authentic to you, and they start to become uncomfortable, and they start to give you opinions, and they start to make you feel some type of way. Remember this: as much as you want to defend yourself, as much as you want to speak up for yourself, have this in mind. Even when you do, they will never understand it. As a matter of fact, they'll look at you like you're crazy, you're not making sense. One of the issues I had in the past week was boundaries, really. And trying to set boundaries and, setting people know that, oh, I would not accept this, I will not be treated this way. And trying to basically just let you know that I am my own person, and your opinions, your judgments, your expectations of me are non-valid. They're really, really not valid. As a matter of fact, they are non-existent to me. So, because I know what I want, I know my direction, I know where I'm going. So all these things are your projections. They're your opinions. They're your own issues. They're not my issues. So if I am moving on from a place of fear, if I'm moving on from a place of anxiety, and your so-called advice or opinion is trying to put me back to a state where I have worked so hard to leave, then we have a problem. Not as much as a problem, because I have this thing where I silently phase you out. But for some other people, they can get riled up. And one of the things that, when this first happened to me, I felt like, oh, you know what, I need to defend myself. I need to speak up. I need to let this person know that I am my own person. I need to let this person know that, I don't care about your opinion. I don't care what you think. But once you start to do that, you realize that you start to come down to their vibration. Don't fall for that bait. Don't fall for it. Because you've done a lot of work, and you are still doing a lot of work on yourself, trying to get to that higher consciousness. So you trying to prove to the other person, or you trying to bring them or come down to their level to relate to them, only, I guess, jeopardizes your your efforts, your work into your ascension. Yeah, fine. We always talk about, once you're at that lower vibratory state, you can always raise your vibrations. Yes, we know how to do that. But do you want to keep having that boomerang back and forth just because you're trying to make yourself relatable to others who don't get your consciousness right now? It's not their job to get your consciousness. You teach them through love. Teach them through speaking the truth to them in love. For me, I use, like, my energy receptors are so sharp, and to the point where it can be very easy for me to auto-accommodate or to just leave that space in my being for someone just for the sake of it. And they take advantage of that, and they start to rile up your emotions, and they start to ride the waves of your emotions, and that sets you off. And you start to react when you're trying to get yourself to a place where you're balanced and when you're aligned and when you're focused. So don't fall for the bait. When people are being low vibratory, let them be that. Let them be low vibratory while you keep that high energy. It's up to you to say, I am not going to entertain this. I am not going to allow this into my energy space. And you do it with love. No, don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. They will not get it. Don't let them interfere with what is already going on in your head. So leave them to explore their madness while you keep on going on with your life. So let them deal with their limitations. Let them deal with their fears. Let them deal with their anxiety. Do not allow this to be projected onto you. There's a lot I want to share, guys, because I was just talking about how I'm going to do a video teaching you guys about how to protect your energy fields and your aura. So, but sometimes you have to be verbal about this too, and as much as you say it in you and in your mind, and you make sure that is planted, sometimes you might need to verbalize it. You might need to just say, I love you. I understand the energy you're radiating right now, but what you're radiating right now is not for me, and I'm not going to allow this into my space. You can't project this onto me. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for your counsel. Thank you for your opinion. But right now, I am doing what is best for me. If your advice or opinion should come in handy in the near future, I'll be sure to take it. But right now, I am focusing on me. I am doing what is best for me. So, and that is all you need. That is all you need. Don't let them rile you up. Don't let them get you down to that lower vibratory state. Because I allowed someone get me to that state. And I was auto-accommodating for days, guys. I was auto-accommodating for days. I was so upset. I was so calm yet so upset every time I remember. So yeah, but the good thing is, it isn't about you. You know what is about you. You know who you are. You know your authenticity. And if you're not authentic, you know that too. So don't let other people project their lower vibratory consciousness onto your higher consciousness, especially when you're on the journey of ascension, to being the best you can be, to aligning with your true and most authentic self, to aligning with your true and most authentic purpose. So it's not your job to understand that. Our parents, our friends, our aunties, uncles, neighbors, they all have opinions, they all have projections, they all have where they like to see us years from now. But do they know your soul? Do they know what is best for your soul and what aligns with your soul? Even your soul knows better than your spirit guides. Not to mention humans. There, I said it, humans. I'm human too. But I just choose not to associate myself with such lower vibratory consciousness. So protect your space, protect your energy, people. It is really important. Protect your consciousness.